We don't just work together. We support each other.
Designers, best developers, best thinkers that we have.
Where work meets fun.
Come and join us.
In the Sector 8 office, before the big offices that we have now, the daily hustle was tough. I always had to put up a fake smile. I had to act like I was always happy, but the reality was that we were fighting for every day. And when the salary day would come, sometimes we didn't have that salary until about 10 minutes before it was going to be dispersed. There were times when we would be thinking about employees. How do we keep them happy? How do we keep them together? How do we make this a family by just being fake, that everything is okay, everything is happy, but it wasn't like that. It was a totally different mindset. So yes, the Sector 8 office, the small office, as much as we think that it was fun and games, it was very, very tough.
To me, they were the most important people. I am most grateful to them because they trusted me. They had faith in such a small company that was started in such a small little tiny room, you know. If it was me on the other side of that, I don't know if I can do that, you know. And I'm really grateful to them for having that faith.
हमारे वो बॉस रहते हुए भी हमें कभी ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि वो हमारे बॉस हैं। कभी भी कोई परेशानी या कुछ भी हमें होती थी, हम उनसे शेयर करते थे तो वो हंस के हमें बोल देते थे कोई बात नहीं, हो जाएगा आराम से।
You're working so hard, you're spending so much money that you don't have, but at the same time you're thinking, if that one person can make a sale in India, then I can have 200 of them make a sale in India. But I was looking for that one sale, the small wins, to get us closer to that goal.
बहुत ही अच्छा, जब तक भी वो यहाँ पे रहे हैं, उनके साथ में रहना इतना अच्छा लगता था कि पता ही नहीं चलता था कि हफ्ता, महीना, साल कब हो गया.
This time, I wanna tell everybody a story about a guy. His name was Gurpreet Singh, I believe. He was a Sardarji, great guy. He was a senior sales resource. When we had our first product that we were selling in our office, it was called DocMate, and it was a practice communication management software. And this guy, I brought him in. He was very expensive. He was a great guy. I loved him. I trained him, and he would do really well. After about 6 weeks, he was not able to do a sale. And he saw that I was stressed out. He knew how expensive of a resource he was. And I walked into the office one day at night and I see him sitting on the ground with his holy book, and he's doing Path. He's doing Ardas on the floor of the office. And I said, Gurpreet, what are you doing? Gurpreet, what's going on? Are you okay? Like, what's happening? Sab theek hai? You know, and he said, Sir, main sirf ardas kar raha hu ki aaj meri sale ho jaye bas. Right? And I sat next to him on the ground and I prayed with him that I hope you're able to do a sale today. That day he was able to do a sale.
One of the most important things that you can do as a founder is understand your limitations and surround yourself with the best people that you can, the people that you trust, that you have faith in, that are smarter than you.
It was I can say, not a difficult time. I will say, like, it was a time where we learned a lot. Like, it showed us the vision that we have to follow, the passion that we need to proceed.
Back when we remembered every single client's name and every single problem we tackled. The journey isn't just about my hard work, it's about the incredible trust the founders placed in me when I was sitting in that small room.
There were tough times where we could not take a decision. I was sitting and sometimes crying what should I do? You know, what I can say about is we passed through it. We sailed through that tough time. And the biggest learning I got it from Paul sir is that don't worry, it will settle. Just stay there, stay put, ho jayega. Don't worry about that.
I still remember we were sitting, Peter and I were sitting in our small office in Fountain Valley, California. That was before Irvine. Irvine's a very expensive city, by the way, just so you know. But we were in Fountain Valley, small tiny office, one chair, one desk. And I said, Peter, we just signed up for a massive operation in Chandigarh and we need to pay for it. And we need to pay for the salaries, we need to do all of this. What can we do right now to mitigate that risk? And he said, Paul, financing for dentists. And I said, done, let's make it happen. That's where the whole thing switched up from dental plans, private dental plans, to financing, to payment plans. Something that nobody had ever done before, where we took a regulation of America and turned it into a profit for us. We took something that nobody could even imagine that they could get away with, and we took that risk. We went against legislation and we made it happen. And that's where we were making, I think, 1,500 contracts a month with only one product. And we were proud because we made it happen.
I started bridging in 2018. I was the 13th employee in the development, and now we are here with 450 plus families throughout the globe. I started with program manager for benefits only. Now we are taking care of all the things. So we have not only one product, we have 7 products. It was difficult, it was challenging, but in the end, it was very much rewarding.
Bridging. It cannot be summed up in few lines. For me, it's something very important and very close to my heart. I have joined here as an intern, and now you can find me as a manager here. Thanks to the team and the support which I get from all the team members. They have treated me as a friend. They taught me everything.
ਫਿਲਮ ਮੂਵੀਜ਼ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ 3 ਇਡੀਅਟ ਮੂਵੀ ਆਈ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਅਮੀਰ ਖਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਫਰ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਤੂੰ ਜੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਚੱਕ ਟਿਕਟ ਆ ਜੀ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹੀ ਜੇ ਮੂਵੀ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਆ ਇਹਦਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਰੀਅਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾ ਪਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰ ਨੇ ਰੀਅਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਟੈਕਸੀ ਚਲਾਉਣੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਟੈਕਸੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਲਾਉਣੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੰਮ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੂੰ ਆ ਜਾ ਯਾਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਫਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਜਾ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਫਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਫਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਵੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 5-6 ਕੰਟਰੀਆਂ ਘੁਮਾਈਆਂ ਸਿੰਗਾਪੁਰ ਦੁਬਈ ਕਤਰ ਜਾਪਾਨ ਕੰਟਰੀਆਂ ਘੁਮਾਤੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਟਰੀ 'ਚ ਜਾ ਪਾਊਂਗਾ
I remember when we were going to transition to Best Tech, that was our second office, 10,000 square feet. I think we were going from like 1,000 square feet or maybe 900 square feet to 10,000 square feet. Our office was overloaded. The problem that nobody knows about, which I'm about to just spit out today, is that the rent that I was paying in Sector 8 versus the rent that we were paying at Best Tech was like 30-40 times more, you know, and that was a risk that we took. And that was not a calculated risk at all, because calculated can only happen if you have the money to do so. We didn't have the money to do so. So I said, at that time we had an employee, his name was Tarun Khosla, great guy. He helped us a lot. And I said, Tarun, let's take the risk. The rent is going to be a lot, but for me to attract the best employees, I need the best office. And at that time, the best office was Best Tech. And I signed a lease, and I somehow got the money together for a deposit. I mean, for the deposit, etc., of 12 months, which was a lot. And then came another tough time. It was like, okay, you have, I think it was about 150 seats or so at that office. Now we have to fill it up. I only had 30 employees, 150 seats, day and night, big dreams, goals. The products were not good enough. I knew that already. But I said, you know what? We have to make this happen. We have to make this happen because we don't have a choice anymore.
We have seen lots of ups and downs. deliveries, pressure, but in the end what it matters is consistency and performance and togetherness with the team. When you are together, you can achieve all, and that's what bridging is.
So when we did a transition from Best Tech to CP, with God's grace, we had overflowed that office as well, to a point where our conference room was full of employees sitting there full time. Our meeting rooms, our interview rooms, our cafeteria even had employees sitting in there working, because we had outgrown that office. So we then moved to CP67. We went from 10,000 square feet to 40,000 square feet. Was that a risk? Yes, it was also a risk, because you can see where we're at now. We're in the #1 landmark of Mohali. It's the best office, it's the best mall, it's the best everything. And our rent jumped again, a lot. And I again went back to, this time, Navleen and Peter, and I said, we just jumped and our expenses are gonna go out the roof, but we gotta make this happen.
Trust is not built in a day. It has to be earned over time. So every time when the team was able to accomplish a task perfectly, or at least able to follow the direction perfectly, that's one step closer to delegation. So that's how we kept on growing, but we always were there to guide them, to correct them, and always take the ownership of the task.
In client support, we are the first point of contact for our clients and customers every single day. Back then, the founders didn't just give us the jobs. They handed us the keys to those clients' relationships and said, go drive.
I joined Bridging as a UI designer at a time when the company was rapidly evolving and building exciting new products. My journey went beyond designing screens. I was given the freedom to design my own career. Today, I lead the entire UI UX team.
People always talk about growing from within, but here, it's a reality. Many of us walked into Best Tech as a juniors, just trying to prove ourselves, and today here I am managing global billings.
During those high growth years, every day felt fast-paced and full of learning. As a developer, I was constantly challenged and pushed to grow. Today, I lead up B2C products, and that transition has been incredibly rewarding.
My biggest pride isn't how many people we hire, it's how many people we promote. At Bridging, we follow a very clear philosophy. We don't just fill seats, we promote potential.
ਆਫਿਸ ਦਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜੀ। ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਓਨੈਸਟਲੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹਰੇਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਆ ਆਫਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ, ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
In marketing, you are the voice of the company. For that voice to be loud and clear, it needs support and trust, both of which the management placed in me. And in the process of building the brand, I also found myself building a career I am proud of.
In fintech, there is no room for error, so excellence isn't optional. When I joined 4 years ago, I saw that culture in action, and with that trust and responsibility the founders placed in me, I have grown into leading the fintech division today.
With global growth comes the responsibility to protect what we have built. In fraud and prevention, we are that shield, and at Bridging, it feels personal, like protecting our own home.
From an individual contributor role, I moved to team lead sales, assistant manager sales, and now I'm working as a manager practitioner sales and support. This journey wouldn't have been possible without the constant support of my team and the trust my leadership placed in me.
Giving them tasks that we knew they were going to fail at. This is my motto. This is what I do with my leadership, is I give them tasks. I already know that they're going to fail at it. I know they're going to come back to me, and then I'm sure I see a lot of people here smiling or laughing right now, but that's ground reality. If they're able to pull that task, if they're able to go through it, if they're able to go through the negativity that they're going to get from me, they know that they've reached the next level now, and they're going to be able to be trusted with bigger tasks.
Be their relentless commitment to deliver, to sync with the US at all hours of the night, to complete the tasks at hand, Their dedication is the backbone of everything we do, and we couldn't do what we do without them. I don't think it's just about the products and the innovation. It comes down to the family work ethic. And so when I first joined Bridging, that was probably the first feeling that I got, was that warm family feeling, not a typical cold and corporate feeling that you may experience elsewhere. And with a family feeling, you have that shared obligation to success. And really that's the difference with Bridging.
Our development team knows that our structural groundwork is there to protect them, which gives them the absolute freedom to be fearless and innovate safely.
I would see a lot of communications and completely shared visions. You know, we are always talking, syncing up, and making sure we are on the same page. Even though we are thousands miles apart, we never like two separate offices. We are like a big global family.
It's not my vision. I am simply the person who's executing the vision of a true leader, our founder and CEO. He is the one who has always been talking about an amenity-rich environment, a culture built which is oriented towards the employees. And we are always here to make his vision come to life.
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਤੋਂ ਪਾਸਾ ਵਟਦੀ ਉਹੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਨੀ ਜ਼ਵਰਗਾ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਏਗੀ।
I want to go back to Sector 8 a little bit. I still remember this time. The first day I opened that office, I had around 2,000-3,000 rupees with me in my pocket. I handed them to our office boy. His name was Sonu. And I said, Sonu, here's money. Go get all the chips you can, all the chocolates you can, and fill up the refrigerator. Because I want something for my employees to eat. And this all started on day one.
ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਤੋਂ ਉਹ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਟ ਤੱਕ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਅਗਰ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਵਾਕਈ ਦਾ ਫਰਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਅਰਸ਼ ਤੇ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ।
Well, the first 10 years is a big learning experience. There was a lot of innovative ideas that we had. You know, we had to understand how to execute on those ideas, and and I think we've done a great job on that. We've built a great foundation, and now I think the next 10 years is about expanding on that foundation. It's about integrating AI in the smartest ways possible, and it's about polishing up all of our products.
So I must say, Bridging is a truly inspiring company where we get a scope, where we get a chance to enhance our capabilities and to bring the best out of us so that we can bring results and make something different in the world.
I would say thank you very much for choosing Bridging, and actually, regardless of the tenure with the Bridging, with our company, it could be 10 years, it could be 5 or 2 months. You could have gone anywhere, but you chose Bridging, so thank you very much for that, for trusting us.
I just wanted to take this chance to thank everyone for everything that they have done for us to get us here for the last 10 years.
So ये Bridging ही है जो सब कुछ है. There is tough time, there is good time, and there is rewarding time. So I am very happy to be here and very satisfied to be here. But in the end, I would like to say one thing. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of the phase 2. Not one country, not 2 countries, not 5 countries. We'll be in all the continents.
और तो मैं ज़्यादा तो क्या कहूँ उनके बारे में, क्योंकि जितना भी कहना है उनके बारे में बहुत कम लगेगा। वो बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं, बहुत ही अच्छे इंसान हैं। मैं भगवान जी से प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि वो और उनकी फैमिली हमेशा हमेशा खुश रहे, ऐसे ही सबके साथ में खुशियाँ बांटते रहे सर।
Some people thought, how do I trust this guy? He's from America, he can just get on an airplane and leave. And I said something to the employees at that time, and I remember this day very clearly. I stood in front of everybody and I said, I swear on my life that I will never leave you. That you will leave me, but I will never leave you. And I'm proud to say, at that time, you know, there were employees or future employees that were lining up outside of our small office in Sector 8 that were leaving Infosys and leaving these bigger companies and working with us because they had heard that this office, this company is going to be big one day. And I'm proud to say that that has happened.
We don't just work together, we support each other.
Happy 10th Bridging. It's been more than 4.5 years chasing sales, beating targets. And that's what it takes in sales.
Kudos to Bridging on completing 10 years.
Happy 10 years Bridging. What I value the most is the leadership.
A place that builds people, not just projects. That's how I define Bridging.
Growth, ownership and consistency. That is Bridging for me. Happy 10 years to Bridging.
I feel proud to be part of this journey.
Everyone's contribution counts.
Together we achieve more!
We are so proud to be part of this incredible journey.
And we can't wait to keep building this global empire together.
Sending our biggest cheers from the Philippines.
Happy 10th anniversary to our amazing Bridging India family!